What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Mike O podcast, where we talk everything basketball. And let's talk about the Pacers versus the New York Knicks game. And all I can say is this Pacers team probably has the best offense in the NBA for sure during this playoff series. They move the ball. Everybody on this team is unselfish. Everybody eats on this team. I think everybody at least had every single person that played on this Pacers team at least scores 10 plus points. And I think the bench points versus the Knicks, the Pacers had 46 bench points compared to the Knicks, who only had 3, which tells you a lot. This team is very unselfish with the rock. They want everybody to be involved. The Pacers were up at the beginning. They had the tempo, they had the energy, they were coming in high. Like the way, if you watch the game, it's like you would think the Pacers would win the whole game. Like they just had the momentum. It just looked like it was meant for them to win this game. Like everything was just falling their way. Everybody was scoring. The whole bench was scoring. When the whole bench is hot scoring like that, usually that's a good sign that you're gonna win. Especially when the Knicks bench was not scoring and they were only trusting in their starters. Also throughout the game, Toppin stole the ball and hit a fucking East Bay dunk in a semifinals playoff game. An East Bay dunk between the legs in a semifinals playoff game when it's still only a 5-6 point game. Like what? This was definitely an FU middle finger to the Knicks team for not picking him back up. Obi Toppin really yammed that shit on the Knicks' head. And honestly, after that dunk, the Knicks' whole mentality changed and they started hitting threes, bro. Immediately after that East Bay dunk, Donte Divincenzo, pull up, transition, 3, boom. And the Knicks just started cooking again. And honestly, usually when somebody makes a crazy play like that, it boosts the whole team morale. And the whole team's gonna get more into it. But nah, this definitely had the opposite effect, which I don't think Rick Carly, the Pacers coach Rick, is gonna really I don't know, he's not going to mess with that next game, because showboating is not what you want to do in a serious game like that, because it's only going to piss the other team off, especially when the team is as evenly matched as the Knicks are. And with all these crazy plays back and forth, you would think that the Pacers are up by a whole bunch of points. Well, guess again, because the Knicks had an answer with Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson had another 40-point game. He dropped 43 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists, doing it all for the New York Knicks going down the stretch. Some people are saying Jalen Brunson is just too ball dominant. He's not passing the ball enough. He's scoring too much points, but Jalen Brunson needs to score 40 points. Somehow the recipe works. If Jalen Brunson scores 40 points and the rest of his team can kind of put together whatever they need to do, they somehow end up winning. Whenever he drops 40, they just find a way. And Jalen Brunson has definitely proven all the haters wrong. Even though he's dropping 40 points, this is not a selfish 40 points that you would probably see Kobe Bryant type of thing score. He's actually scoring 40 points and still passing it to his teammates when he has the opportunity. He's trusting in his teammates. If he's getting trapped with double team, he's going to dish it to Donte Divincenzo or Josh Hart and trust them with the ending of the game. And then, when it comes to fourth quarter and he gets the opportunity, transition or one-on-one isolation, he's going to take care of business. Hit him with a nice little step back or a little hesitation, get the defender on his hip, wait 1 second, get the bump, and 1 every time. I see him do this every single game, or he's going to go straight to his mid-range jump shot. Jalen Brunson is definitely offensively gifted, and honestly, he's one of the league's best scorers at this point. He is extremely smart, crafty, and yeah, he's definitely on the come up this time. And we definitely have to put Jalen Brunson up there with the NBA greats, man. Top 15, top 20 in the league right now. And honestly, if he wills this next team to the NBA Finals, somehow beat my Boston Celtics, then we gotta put him in a different conversation, because the New York Knicks have been waiting to win for most of my whole life. Every year, they've always just been with upsets, and they just never. I feel like New York Knicks just never really understood what winning is about, or had a chance or opportunity to just taste what winning is about. So this is definitely a year, and I'm happy for New York Knicks fans, man. But just know when it's time to play my Boston Celtics, man, it's not gonna look pretty at all. It's not gonna look pretty. But hey, enjoy it while it lasts, man. Enjoy it while it lasts. But let's keep talking about the New York Knicks' bench. Not even the bench, the New York Knicks' starting lineup, because the bench did not do anything. Basically, Divincenzo was 5 for 9 off the 3-point line and scored 25 points. And Josh Hart also helped with 24 points, 13 boards, and 8 assists. Yeah, we gotta talk more about Josh Hart's rebounding, because right now he's looking like Dennis Rodman. I've never seen a guard get as much rebounds to this type of level. Maybe not since Rajon Rondo type thing. He's running me like a Rajon Rondo, Dennis Rodman type of fusion right there, of just a grind player. He gonna get the 30 plays, the garbage points, whatever your team needs, man. This is the type of dude that will die for your team. And everybody needs a Josh Hart. When you come in for a playoff series and trying to go for the chip, you need a Josh Hart, you need a Marcus Smart, you need a Draymond Green, you need all those type of players, man. Because those teams, they do all the stuff that you don't see on the stat sheet. And Josh Hart can score 0 points and still be extremely effective throughout the game. Not everybody can do that. Most people score 0 points, they're kind of just useless, they're just there. But Josh Hart scoring 0 points, he's locking down probably your best player, getting rebounds, getting steals, deflections, you name it, man. This guy's hustling. And you just gotta watch the game, because this guy, he just knows how to get rebounds. And I'm like, why are the Knicks getting so many offensive rebounds? But how is this guy, he's 6'4", how does he keep on getting these opportunities? And he's just a grinder, man. He does the extra stuff that nobody else wants to do. Because a lot of basketball players in the NBA do be lazy. But some people like Josh Hart, they're just not. The Villanova Big Three has completely rejuvenated this New York Knicks franchise and made them actual title contenders. They brought in that championship winning DNA from the NCAA tournament and brought that straight to the New York franchise. This is definitely amazing. I never thought the New York Knicks would actually get their stuff together, get actual good players that will actually benefit the team and grow. Each year, the New York Knicks have actually gotten better and made smart picks and made smart trades and drafts and all that. So New York Knicks has definitely, they definitely moved up. But I want to talk about some questionable plays late in the fourth quarter. The screen with Miles Turner sent it on Donte Divincenzo for Tyrese Haliburton. I believe that this was definitely a bad call. It should not have been called an offensive foul. Like, that is such a regular pick in basketball. It's so hard to tell that if it's an offensive foul. Like, he barely moved, just a little lean into him, but everybody does that on the pick and roll. Every single person in the NBA. So to call that late in the fourth quarter is absolutely just stupid. You should have just let them play it through and see what happens. Let the best man win. There's only a few seconds left, like, why not? So I definitely believe they just took the game away from the Pacers. They had the whole momentum for that game, and after that play, it just went. Like, Jalen Brunson just finished them off with free throws and just smart plays after that. So definitely believe the refs definitely they made a lot of questionable calls, and they need to do better on that. Like, that is not a call you should be calling. It definitely reminded me of the UConn versus Caitlin Clark in Iowa. The absolute same situation, man. Same type of pick. She leaned in a little bit, but it's the regular type of pick you'll see throughout every single basketball game. You'll see hundreds of those picks made and not called. So to call it one time during the end of the game, like that, it's not even like an obvious type of thing, like he's crazily moving his feet or something like that. Just a slight little lean in, boom, they called it. So yeah, Pacers got to hold that one. I believe going down for the series, the Pacers look good tonight, but their defense was actually absolutely atrocious. Like, their offense is amazing, but their defense is very questionable. So honestly, I'm gonna have to go with the New York Knicks, and I'm surprised that I'm saying this, but the Knicks in 6 probably, just because they have absolutely no answer for Jalen Brunson. The only defender that they really had to guard Jalen Brunson, which was their best defender, was Neymar, and Jalen Brunson was just treating him like a baby. And Jalen Brunson's always going to get his fouls. He's probably going to consistently drop 40 points on this team because I don't see them having anybody that can guard Jalen Brunson one-on-one. And Jalen Brunson's just going to keep on seeing opportunities for the rest of his teammates to score. And he's just going to keep dishing the ball and dropping 40 on their head. I don't see the Pacers having enough defense to take this team down. The Knicks is an extremely good defensive team, and this time I believe I'm going to go with defense wins championships for this one. So even though the Pacers have the better offense, the Knicks defense will outweigh it. And at the end of the day, when it comes to those late situations like that in the game, the Knicks are just probably going to come through. So yeah, that's my pick for that. Now let's get right into it with Timberwolves versus Denver Nuggets game. And this game was definitely an ass whooping for the Nuggets. Like, the Timberwolves definitely just took the Nuggets, put them on the lap, and just gave them a mean-ass spanking, man. It was just not pretty to see. I've never seen the Denver Nuggets play like this. I can't even remember the last time they lost 2 in a row. Like, to beat the Jokic Nuggets like this is absolutely disrespectful. And the Timberwolves were just wolves, man. They were eating it up. Eating the Nuggets up for dinner. And, you know, Rudy Gobert was not playing. He had to go take his, what did he have to do? He had to go watch his child's birth. He had to go be there for his child's birth. And, you know, you would think that the Denver Nuggets would take the opportunity to dominate this type of game. You know? But, guess again, they got absolutely destroyed. The Wolves' defense was just suffocating, leaving Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic absolutely no space to breathe. All I could see was Jaden McDaniels and Alexander Walker all up on Jamal Murray. No space to breathe. And then for Jokic, they had Karl Anthony Towns and Naz Reid all up on Jokic. And they were guarding them one-on-one, bro. There's a lot of one-on-ones too, guarding. And they were just playing absolutely great defense, man. You couldn't ask for anything less from this team to play defense. That was basically a perfect basketball game executed by the Timberwolves. And all I can say is, yo, it's looking scary for the Nuggets, man. This team is definitely about it. They want to win. They want to dethrone the champs. And, you know, when you're at the top, you always got people gunning for you. So, you know, they've been waiting for this moment since last year. And Karl Anthony Towns came in blazing, scoring 15 points in the first half. He set the tone for the game. Last time was Edwards, this time was Cat. And I said if the Minnesota Timberwolves really want to go for the chip, they need other people than Anthony Edwards to step up. And Karl Anthony Towns definitely stepped up. This is a new Karl Anthony Towns that I've not seen. He's playing on a different level. He's aggressive, shooting the ball. This is not the Karl Anthony Towns that we were used to with Wiggins, man. He's a whole different player. He's definitely about it. He's finally playing like a top 3 big man in the league. He should always... Karl Anthony Towns, everybody gets mad because he has so much potential. He's supposed to be up there with Jokic and Embiid, and should be Karl Anthony Towns. But he would always, you know, he would play good in the regular season, but during the playoffs, he would never play to his full potential or he'll run away from the moment. So people would always take away his credibility. But this year, I think this is his year to finally show us why he is top 3 big man in the league and probably one of the most skilled big man in the league. And probably the best shooting big man in the league for sure, winning the 3-point contest. So yeah, definitely this is Karl Anthony Towns' year. He's showing us why he is that guy. Watching this game, absolutely nobody could stay in front of Anthony Edwards. Like, honestly, I don't think the Nuggets will have an option or have a solution for Anthony Edwards because it's just so easy for him to blow by any of the guards. He can body, post up, hit them with a fadeaway. All all the big men or Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, he could hit them with a little 1-2, blow by them, or shoot in their face with a step back. Like, it's really getting bad out here. So it's definitely looking bad. The way Anthony Edwards, it does not look like he plans on slowing down one bit. So the Nuggets, since the Nuggets cannot guard them, because Jokic is not the type of defensive big man who can move around, jump around. Like, he can guard like big, slow bodies like Rudy Gobert, but like Nas Reed and Karl-Anthony Towns, they are too shifty, too crafty. This is just like Jokic's worst nightmare. And there's two of them, and they can shoot threes. So now he can't even just chill in the paint anymore. He needs to come up to the three-point line. AD barely shoots threes, so Jokic didn't have to worry too much about coming out the paint. But these Timberwolves, they definitely have knockdown three-point shooters. You leave them open, they are going to hit that. So Jokic needs to, the Nuggets and Jokic need to beat them with overwhelming offense. That is the only way they have a chance of winning this game. Your defense is shit. You cannot guard anybody on this team. I bet y'all better win with just straight offense now. The starting five needs to have perfect games, 4 games straight, which is a lot to ask for, but I've seen the Nuggets do it before. So this is their time. This is definitely reminding me of the Warriors against OKC Thunder. Everybody thought the Warriors were gonna beat them. Then they ended up down 3-1. Now everybody counted them out, but they proved to us why they were champions, and they came back, had very clutch moments, and won that series. Even though they would lose to LeBron in the finals, but yeah, they definitely, the Warriors were able to show us consistently and come back from deficits from 2-0, 3-1, and come back and beat many teams back in the day. That's a dynasty. So if the Nuggets want to prove to us that they are the new type of dynasty of the league, or the new dynasty of the league, they need to come back from this 2-0 deficit. They need to have a great game. They need to beat the Timberwolves back at their home court twice, which is a tall task, and that's going to be extremely hard to do. But if you guys want to be the next dynasty up, man, Jokic, you got to play like the MVP. Jamal Murray, you need to not let Jaden McDaniels and Alexander Walker violate you like that. You need to find a way to get your shots still and be unguardable. Because without those two players providing offense for the rest of the team, it's over. There's no chance. Porter and Aaron Gordon only get their opportunities off of Jokic and Jamal Murray just being so unguardable. They give them the opportunities to shoot the ball. They're not just going to cross over whatever and try to create their own offense. That's not how the Nuggets system works. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope only shoots when he's open in the corner or top of the key. He doesn't really shoot. He's not going to go looking for a shot. And then they lost Bruce Brown, so the bench is not really doing anything. So the Nuggets starting five just have to all have amazing games for 4 games straight. And most people count the Nuggets out, but I'm still gonna stand down on what I say. I'm gonna say Nuggets in 6, because I believe when Jokic finally figures out what he needs to do to consistently score and get what he wants on this offense, it should be a game over. And I'm still gonna trust in the experience. The experience is gonna outweigh. So let's see what happens, man. I think that's about it for the podcast. I appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe down below, and let me know who you guys think is gonna win. Even though most of you guys think it's Timberwolves gonna win anyway. So.
Artlist.io.
Why you upset like Cinderella teens? You should see the things I finish inside these denim jeans. I can't associate with y'all this shit like ketamine. Been on 1, been on 2, been on everything. Bitch, I'm with my gang, with my squad. What the fuck you want? Soapy rolling gas, I can't hang. Bitch, I'm fucking gone. I got people down from the jump.